Welcome back to EDUDINE. Dosto, today we will be starting English Language Learners series. Study 15 English words every day. These are new words, words that you don't use every day so that you become masters of English. So let's get started. These are the words that we're going to study today: abandon, abate, abbreviate, abdicate, abridge, aberrant, abscond, abeyance, absolve, abject, abstain, absurd, abjure, abstemious, accentuate. So this is our first word, abandon, pronounced as abandon, meaning to give up something forever or to leave in a time of danger. The synonyms: to quit, desert, forsake, and so on. Examples: abandon all hopes of seeing your family again. We must abandon the boathouse until the storm is over. The next one is abate, pronounced as abate, meaning to decrease, reduce, or to make or become less in degree, intensity, value, or amount. Synonyms: to decrease, diminish, reduce, subdue, and so on. Examples: we waited for the storm to abate before we headed out. NASA announced that it would delay the launch of the manned spacecraft until the radiation from the solar flares abated. The next word is abbreviate. You can see the pronunciation, it's abbreviate, meaning to shorten something by leaving a part, or to make it small by cutting away something. Its synonyms: abridge, compress, and so on. Examples: the student abbreviated most of the words in his or her class notes to keep up with the teacher's lecture. I decided to abbreviate my stay in Cambridge. The next is abdicate, pronounced as abdicate, meaning to give up a right or responsibility, especially formally, or to give up a position, right, or power. Its synonyms: to forego, relinquish, step down, renounce, and so on. Examples: the appeals judge has abdicated his responsibility to review the findings to the High Court. The king agreed to abdicate and retire in favor of the next in line for the throne. The next word is abridge, pronounced as abridge, meaning to reduce in scope or to shorten while maintaining the essence of its nature. Synonyms: abbreviate, curtail, compress, condense, and so on. Example: condensed book abridge the original to appeal to a less than scholarly audience. The following article is an abridged version of a speech given by Porter in May 2000. The next word, aberrant, pronounced as aberrant, meaning deviating from what is normal, or going off the usual, normal, or right way. Synonyms: abnormal, atypical, deviant, unusual. Example: John's aberrant behavior is going to get him in a lot of trouble one of these days. Sarah's aberrant manners led to her being kicked out of the movie theatre. Abscond, pronounced as abscond, meaning leave hurriedly and secretly, or run away and hide, especially to avoid capture by law enforcers. Synonyms: run away, bolt, to escape, vanish, or even clear out. Example: Jesse and James absconded just ahead of the sheriff. A warrant is out for the arrest of a person believed to have absconded with $3 million. Abeyance, pronounced as abeyance, meaning a temporary state of inactivity or temporary suppression or suspension. Synonyms: inactivity, recess, suspension, and so on. Example: we kept our travel plans in abeyance and did not go until we were certain that we had enough money for the trip. A good judge must hold his or her judgment in abeyance until all the facts in a case has been presented. Absolve, pronounced as absolve, meaning to declare free from guilt or to free from duty or a promise. Synonyms: acquit, exempt, exonerate, relieve, and so on. Examples: the Lord absolved the sinner and forgave him. The jury absolved the accused of any wrongdoing. Dad absolved Junior of his promise to wash the car. Abject, pronounced as abject, meaning miserable, pitiful, cast off, or completely hopeless. Synonyms: downtrodden, debasement, wrecked, and so on. Example: John's novel The Grapes of Wrath portrays the abject poverty of many people during the Great Depression. They lost everything when their house burned down and have since lived in abject conditions, often homeless. Abstain, pronounced as abstain, meaning to hold back from or refrain from or to choose not to do or have something. Synonyms: abjure, forbear, forego, withhold, and so on. Examples: I shall abstain from smoking or drinking. 3 voted for the bill, 2 against it, and 1 abstained. If you want to lose weight, you should abstain from large amounts of junk food. Absurd, pronounced as absurd, meaning ridiculously unreasonable and unsound, or so obviously untrue as to be laughable. Synonyms: nonsensical, foolish, insane, bizarre, unreal, wild, and so on. Example: instead of completing your assignment, you come up with absurd excuse that your dog ate your homework. Claiming that your cat was abducted by aliens is so absurd. Abjure, pronounced as abjure, meaning to reject or abandon formally, or to formally reject, often under an oath. Synonym: forswear, renounce, and so on. Example: even though Tom made a promise to abjure from criminal acts, he continued to break the law. As part of my religious faith, I abjure meat and only eat vegetables and fruits. Abstemious, pronounced as abstemious, meaning not doing things that give you pleasure, especially eating unhealthy food or drinking alcohol, or moderate in your appetite. Synonyms: frugal, moderate, restrained, temperate, self-denying, and so on. Examples: since she began to do yoga, she has also been abstemious with both alcohol and junk food. Abstemious in his habits, he possessed great physical endurance. Accentuate, pronounced as accentuate, meaning to make something more prominent or noticeable, to emphasize a particular feature of something. Synonyms are emphasize, highlight, point up, and so on. Examples: when you tell people about your vacation, accentuate the high points and play down the long points. He likes to wear clothes that accentuate his muscular build. These are the 15 words, and here's the quick review. Abandon means to give up something. Abate, to decrease. Abbreviate, to shorten. Abdicate, to give up a position or power. Abridge, condense. Aberrant, deviating from what is normal. Abscond, to depart secretly. Abeyance, temporary suppression. Absolve, declare free from guilt. Abject, miserable, pitiful. Abstain, refrain from doing something. Absurd, ridiculous. Abjure, to abandon formally. Abstemious, moderate in appetite. Accentuate, to emphasize. So that's all for this video. Share love and support together towards one goal, that is success. And do like, subscribe, and comment to our channel EDUDINE. More videos of these series are gonna come up.